Yo guys, Red Marvel here, back again. And this week we're going to be doing into Uncharted territories. I'm going to be doing a manga review of the Dragon Ball Super Manga Granolah versus Vegeta, and all I can say is it's popping off. It's about to pop off. Vegeta comes clutch in this. I'm a massive Vegeta fan. Respect to Goku, respect UI, but Vegeta's my homeboy, man. Before we go into this, I'm going to take us through the manga and just give my thoughts. Before we get in, if you're new to the channel, to like, share, and subscribe to Red Marvel. Twitch links below, Twitter below. Follow us there. Smash the notification button for latest news and content. And by all means, let me know what more content you'd like to see. So let's get into it. Dragon Ball Super. This is the Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 74. Vegeta versus Granolah. Vegeta versus Granolah. So let's get into it. Shout out to Manga Plus, by the way, for hosting it. Really appreciate it. So shout out to Akiyama as well. So let's get into it. We basically start with obviously the Cerealians saying we better get far away until the explosions and tremors die down. Obviously, from all the fighting, you can see them all basically just fleeing because it's just getting manic. Granolah he's got a point to prove. You've got Vegeta, and they bring him to Vegeta, who says, "You should know tricks like fusion and clones won't work against me." To which Granolah responds, "There's no need for any of that. I used the clone to save my strength because my ultimate goal is to kill your boss, Frieza." Vegeta responds, "You're still going on about that? I parted ways with Frieza's army long ago. As far as we're concerned, he's one of our foes." Granolah's like, "You'd betray your own boss to beg for your life? You Saiyans are pathetic." And then obviously Oatmeal chimes into Granolah and is like, "Hey Granolah, you don't find it strange? The other Saiyan also asserted that he's not an evildoer." Granolah then is like, "I'm not quite sure really. They're just trying to save their own skins." "That is possible," responds Oatmeal. "Think what you want. But know that I was but a child when the Saiyans invaded this planet. That had nothing to do with us." And this is where I feel like Granolah, you can see and Vegeta will touch on this a bit later, but almost the inexperience and understanding of Granolah shines through here, because he responds being like, "Be that as it may, I will have my revenge against all Saiyans." I get being blinded by revenge, I get that, but the problem I'm with Granolah, and what's the issue we have with Granolah right now, is that Granolah, blinded by revenge, seems to fail to establish any facts, any clarity. He just seems to go along with the callers. He just seems to go along with how he feels without really thinking, listen, I need to establish where is Frieza? Is Frieza exist? What's happened to Planet Vegeta? All the rest of it. He doesn't do any of that, and this is where I think it's going to be for Granolah's downfall, to be honest. Vegeta responds like, "I expected as much. If that's your stance, then why should I hold back?" Vegeta transforms, powers up, "Prepare to perish along with your people's history." Now, man, this sets the tone for this. This absolutely sets the tone for this manga, where Vegeta is basically goes back to his old ways of being an absolute badass, man. And Granolah obviously isn't phased by this. He looks ticked, but he's not phased. Vegeta obviously gets in battle pose, slams his hand on Planet Cerealia's surface. Obviously, in so doing, you see all of these kind of like rocks and stuff like that come out and disintegrate, and Granolah is just standing there. Granolah isn't phased at all whatsoever. He's prepared, he's ready, and obviously Vegeta, having practiced with Beerus in previous seasons, the destruction technique, hakai, starts destroying all of these things around Granolah, like so many of them, and Granolah still not particularly phased, to be honest. Obviously, they're all exploding. You see one of the heaters being like I think it's Eric, I think it is, like, what the hell's going on? And you see all of the Ceruleans, we need to leave now. Whoa, what's going on? Goku is out of it. He's just out of it. He's gone. He's still injured from that beating he took from the previous chapter, from Granola's clone, might I add. Obviously, Vegeta come back panting, like, what's going on? Have I done anything to him? And then Granolah comes back and is like, listen, I see your destructive power is lacking, so you make up for it with quantity. Lands on the down. Let me illustrate the gulf between us. Vegeta's a bit like, right, okay. And then Granolah, using his hand to obviously control or manipulate the surface, bring up a huge boulder larger than what Vegeta had used previously, and pretty much lands it on Vegeta. Vegeta is a bit stunned, not really sure, and that whole explosion, you see Vegeta being literally pulled up in the air, flung into the air. Granolah gets ready, and a soccer punch, a direct hit from Granolah right into Vegeta's chest. Vegeta looks stunned, not really preparing for it, and you're thinking, at this point I'm thinking, listen, Vegeta's done. Vegeta's done. He's taken a direct hit. I mean, I think that Goku in the previous chapter barely took any hits, and when he did, he got screwed. He was quite defensive in that chapter, but here Vegeta's taken a direct blitz in his obviously SSJB Blue Evolution form. So not evolution, just SSJB form, and Vegeta's gasping. Vegeta is gasping, and you just see Granolah being like, "I'm chill, I'm good. You can't touch me. I am the strongest in the universe." Vegeta gasping and gasping and gasping, but still maintains to keep his composure. And Granolah seems to be surprised by this. Granolah looks quite surprised, and Vegeta once again, basically goes and sort of gives a massive ki blast in Granolah's direction. Granolah again not phased, dodges it. Vegeta kind of like, what's going on here? And they basically just sort of go on off. And to be honest, I'm surprised, not surprised, but given what we saw in the previous chapter with Granolah against UI, I'm surprised, I guess, in these blue form that Vegeta's holding his own. He's holding his own. He's getting beat right now, but he is holding his own. He's not getting beaten badly. He is holding his own. So that was a surprise to me. But he obviously misses Granolah with a punch, gets sent back down to earth by Granolah, and just about hits into, basically just crashes into water. But then, Vegeta gets up. He slams the wall. He gets up. He stands again. He gets back into his battle pose, and Granolah obviously coming at him with full force, really, throwing punches. They keep going and going and going and going. And you can kind of see in the artwork that Granolah's starting to get a little bit irked, a little bit annoyed about what's going on. Swift kick in, and, Vegeta is literally holding on right now. Like another direct hit by Granolah. Vegeta is taking these punches. And as Granolah starts to aim and produce a lot of ki blasts, Vegeta is basically just dodging, flying into the river surface to basically retreat and form a battle plan. Meanwhile, Granolah just keeps on firing. Then obviously Vegeta immerses himself, and like Granolah is just not going to let up on his ki blasts. He keeps on firing and firing and firing and firing. But the irony, the funny thing here is that Granolah keeps firing these ki blasts in that direction, but like literally, like Vegeta is just swum. He's like ages away, and Granolah hasn't realized this for some reason. And when he eventually realizes that jerk, making Granolah to expend his energy, right? So he takes aim with obviously the assist from Oatmeal. And Oatmeal, helps him out. He's saying like, wait, okay, chill, let him emerge into the lake where there are no obstacles. Just a bit more, almost there. Now fire, and he fires, and it's literally like it's tracking. Like Vegeta needs to move, he needs to go. It's a powerful blast. Vegeta he can't really go anywhere, so he has to like confront it, hold it, take it in full range, and Vegeta is really using everything he can to, you know, stop this attack from obviously causing him any real damage. And then Granolah, almost in a smirking, getting a bit too cocky, and you can kind of see where this is going, where, you know, again, showing the sort of inexperience of Granolah with his fighting, goes on to say, resisting? No, you have no chance. And Vegeta obviously can still see he's still struggling, but we find that he takes the blast a bit, he comes off, he obviously goes back onto the land, and Granolah again seems a bit surprised, but Vegeta's still standing. Vegeta is still standing, and Granolah, you know, says, you people are far stronger than I expected. And then this is where, and this is why I like this comic, because from now you get to see Vegeta being a badass, Vegeta being old school Vegeta, where like, I don't give a crap who's in front of me right now, I can beat your ass no problem, even if you say you're the strongest. So Vegeta goes and says, you still sound awfully high and mighty about it. Why wouldn't I? No matter how powerful you are, I remain the strongest in the universe, says Granolah. This struggle is pointless. And Vegeta, in typical Vegeta fashion, says, yeah, I admit, at the moment, your strength and technique surpass my own. But I'm still going to win. Classic Vegeta here. Classic Vegeta. I am still going to win. And then Granolah's like, I don't follow. Again, stunned, like, I don't understand. Has that overinflated ego left you unable to accept reality? It's almost sad. Like, I'm the strongest, G. You know what's going on? And Vegeta's like, stop yammering and keep fighting, Mr. Strongest. And Granolah is pissed. Granolah is pissed, and we return to Goku briefly, who kind of wakes up and is obviously got the shot into the heart, and is like, it's just he's struggling. He's Goku gone. You know, Goku is Goku, man. But he kind of wakes up slowly but surely, and it's like, I don't know where Granolah is, what's going on, even though I've got a hold in my chest. And then he's like, whoa, wait, what? Obviously witnessing the battle between Granolah and Vegeta, and he's like, whoa, Vegeta joined the fight, you know, what's going on, you know? We're good to see, you know, UI Goku in his base, and obviously back normal is not dead, but it is what it is. So back into the fight again, and I love this manga because this is all fight, this is all action, not a lot of exposition, but when the exposition does come, it's very, very good. So you're seeing Vegeta again firing his ki blast. Granolah doesn't look them phase. He basically just destroys them. They don't really do anything. And then Vegeta's another massive vibe blast and says, "You didn't think that would work, did you?" He dodges the main blast out of the way. Tries to find him. Vegeta obviously teleports behind him. And Granolah's like, I told you, resisting is pointless. Vegeta dodges this blast, and in typical Vegeta fashion, the ki blast basically from Granolah destroys, or looks like effectively destroys, you know, the remnants of his previous civilization. And Granolah's like, damn it! To which Vegeta responds, you're fine blowing up what's left of the city full of all those precious memories. You're a dead man, says Granolah, and it's, you know, I can tell you know. Sorry, Vegeta's like, I can tell you know that you only recently acquired this observed strength. And Granolah's a bit stunned. He's a bit taken out, like, how? You know, how can you tell? And he's like, thank you for confirming. It's like, you're clearly not used to your power. You are majorly lacking in the battle experience to back it up. And I want to take a brief point here about battle experience, because this is one of the things that I like when it comes to good fighting technique, and that it's really lazy sometimes when you just solely focus on who's stronger. Yeah, pure strength is something to assess. It is. But battle strategy, technique, and mind, I think, are also important, and I'd argue more important. And you look at wars in the past, wars in history. It's not just the armies that were the strongest that survived. Often it's the armies and the generals in particular that were the smartest. And Vegeta here, going back to his ways, like he's a clever fighter. I'd argue he's a much clever fighter, more experienced fighter than Goku, and that's why. You know, if I was saying a 1-on-1 Vegeta versus Goku, Vegeta, in my opinion, should win. Okay, because Goku is still very, very naive, and that's why he had his ass handed to him in the last chapter, because he's still a very naive fighter. Vegeta is not. So Vegeta heads headstrong. Granolah obviously still not phased, but holds him, and he says. Vegeta's like, what have you been up to since gaining this power? Have you put it to use with any training? You know, and then to which Granolah says, training, no need. And then, you know, with a kick, literally, you know, kicks Vegeta, you know, obviously in the groin. Vegeta's obviously, you know, takes that. He's quite phased by that. And Granolah has witnessed the gap in our power and admit defeat, saying, to which Vegeta's like, need I repeat myself? You may be stronger, but that's no guarantee that I'll lose to you, because Vegeta grabs Granolah's neck and then knees his leg, and Granolah's like, what is going on? What is going on? And then kicks him off. Vegeta obviously flings to the ground, but then again lands on the ground, and this is great. And again composed. And Granolah Granolah doesn't know what's happening. He's like, this power I've gained makes me the strongest. It's a given that I'll win here today. And Vegeta, with a very good point, knowledgeable that he is, says, that's the great thing about a battle. The outcome is never quite set in stone. It's exactly what I love about fighting. Granolah says, shut your mouth, barbarian. How many lives are sacrificed to your love of carnage? Granolah literally goes at him, and they continue brawling. And Vegeta's like, here's another tidbit. Strongest, second strongest, rankings are well and good, but they only reflect a moment in time. Once that moment has passed by, it's nothing but history. Take me, for instance. I'm already stronger than I was a few minutes ago. I've grown more and more powerful throughout this dance of ours. And then Granolah's like, good enough reason for me to finish you off now. And then obviously Granolah goes in. She goes in with his hand, and Vegeta goes to grab his hand, but as you can see, Granolah's hand literally goes and it just penetrates Vegeta's armor, and then that just shocks him back into his base form. Vegeta takes a direct hit. It's gone through Vegeta's armor, and although Vegeta looks like he's got a pretty good gash. I think he looks like he's injured Granolah a bit with his hand. He's got his hand. It looks like he's injured a bit, or whether that might be Vegeta's own blood. Actually, it probably is Vegeta's own blood. It's probably coughed the blood out. Yeah, it's Vegeta's own blood. And he's like, "What's going on?" Granolah thinks that he's done it. He thinks that he's done it, and then you see Vegeta sink to the floor, back in space form, saying, "What fun! This feeling. It's been ages." And Granolah is shocked. Granolah is shocked about what is going on. I don't understand. And Vegeta's like, there's no planet to protect, no people to save. Just me immersed in battle. My happy place. And just the thing to get a battle-crazed Saiyan's blood pumping. And it looks like Vegeta looks a bit, deranged, a bit crazy, a bit berserker possibly. And Vegeta is just like, whoa, sorry, Granolah's just like, whoa, and he withdraws. He's like, I don't know what's happening. I'm sensing some weird power thing. He withdraws, and Granolah is stunned. Granolah is stunned, and you see him, Vegeta going, ha 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 ha, and this amazing overwhelming power comes from Vegeta. You've got obviously thingy going, one of the healer clan going. Now they're over there. They're taking this battle all over the map. Goku's like, Vegeta chi just changed. Feels like God ki to me, but not just any old God ki. And then you're seeing all of this this energy, this God ki just coming from Vegeta, and Granolah doesn't know what's going on. He's trying to fire his energy blast. They have literally no effect. And he's like, what? Well, what now? And then you see Vegeta coming out and says, what's happened to you? And he's like, listen, Vegeta, and this is where, you know, whether it's Berserker mode Vegeta or Hakaishin, God of Destruction Vegeta comes out, this is where we see Vegeta's new form. A God of Destruction taught me that power derived solely from instinct is unbounded. And that is the end. And we get, and boy, my goodness, I mean, he looks, obviously you can see the wound here from Granolah, but you can see that this new aura, this new form that Vegeta has looks absolutely badass. There's a little bit more muscle mass on Vegeta as well. He's obviously got a serious stance. You still got the cockiness, and we don't obviously have a name for the new form yet, but bro, it's like I said, guys, at the beginning of this, it's about to pop off. It literally is about to pop off. Right, guys, let me know what you think. I thought, for me, this is one of the best chapters that I've read in a long time, and this is the best writing for Vegeta I've seen in a very long time. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Let me know if you'd like to see more Dragon Ball content. Hope you guys are doing well. Have a nice day, guys. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to Red Marble. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Twitch. Have a nice day, everyone, and cheers.